you can even watch back. Giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now, got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
Giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
S-I-C-K, it's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K,
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 S-I-C-K.
All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
S-I-C-K, it's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now, got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
Giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
S-I-C-K, it's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K,
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 S-I-C-K.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast. The Eye Test with Pierre, McGuire, and Jimmy Murphy.
The Stanley Cup winning Colorado Avalanche. And after 22 years, Raymond
The sickest NHL podcast. It's gonna be sick.
And welcome to another edition of the Eye Test here in the Sick Podcast Network. He is Pierre McGuire. His face doesn't look blue. He looks very happy, but I like your blue sweater, Pierre.
Thank you, Jimmy.
How's your day going, my friend?
Good.
Yeah,
Good. All good. Started early. A lot of tape. It's good. Golf.
Watch some NHL.
Little golf action, little gym action, lots of studying up and ready for you.
Awesome. Well, I'm ready for you too, my friend. Good to see you and good to see everyone here. Pierre, before we get on, another passing in the NHL today, and I'm sure you must have crossed paths with Scotty.
Many times. I knew Scotty Morrison really well. Guy from Montreal. He's always a gentleman. Every time I'd see him, he was around the Hall of Fame a lot. I remember seeing him at Maple Leaf Gardens a lot, not obviously there anymore. Well, it's there, but it's not Maple Leaf Gardens anymore. I had really good conversations with Scotty over the years. Really, what a life lived. I mean, amazing. He worked a lot of big games.
Yeah, looks like it. Looks like I was reading up on him.
He worked a lot of big games. So one of the cool parts is you get to meet those, like a gentleman like that. I got to meet Frank Udvari. Frank was, believe it or not, a longtime NHL, very famous NHL official. And he eventually became one of the top off-ice officials for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Off-ice, not on ice.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember going and coaching a game there, and he came to get the lineup, the starting lineup from us. And I was like, "How are you, sir?" And he goes, "Hey, aren't you friends with Scotty Bowman?" I said, "I am." He goes, "I'm Frank Udvari." So I go, "Well, nice to meet you, Mr. Udvari. I watched you referee game. You're not old enough to have done that." I said, "The first game I ever went to, you were the referee. It was between the Montreal Canadiens and the New York Rangers at old Madison Square Garden. Not the one you've been in, old Madison Square Garden. My grandfather brought me to the game. It's the first game I ever went to. It was in the mid-1960s. He goes, "You remember me as a referee?" I said, "Yeah. You know why I remember you? The fans were booing. They were so mad, and they were yelling your name." That's how I remembered. I was probably 5 or 6 years old. But anyways, he was a gentleman too. And I know Scotty Morrison and Frank Udvari were really good friends. They worked a lot of games over the years.
Pierre, forgive me for my lack of knowledge, but when I saw it come across the screen there earlier, the email from Gary Bettman, his statement, it said Scotty Morrison, but I didn't click on it. Was there also, am I not mistaken, was there also a CBC announcer named Scotty Morrison?
Oh, very famous writer, Scotty Morrison.
Writer. Okay.
He's still very much alive. He's on the Hockey Hall of Fame selection committee. And so the answer is yes. In fact,
it wasn't. I'm like, he seems kind of young. Like, he's not too old now, is he?
He'd be a little older than me. So he'd be close to 68, somewhere in there. And probably Bob McKenzie, whatever Bob McKenzie's age is, close to Bobby Mack. But I was on a call with him yesterday.
Oh, there you go.
So, yeah.
I still got it a little.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Pierre, lots to talk about right now. Let's go to last night, Pierre, as we were kind of settling in. We were talking as we watched the Devils, Buffalo, yes. Devils Sabres start up. They came across a wire there. Tyler Myers was a healthy scratch for trade-related reasons. And as we speak, almost 24 hours later, he's still a member of the Vancouver Canucks, but a lot of chatter around that maybe it's the Red Wings or maybe the Senators. What is Tyler Myers going to bring wherever he winds up?
Guy that can handle a lot of minutes, big man, almost 6'8", who can really skate. A player that if he's in your bottom two pairings is a really good player, can kill penalties, move the puck, great teammate. He gives you a chance to be competitive every night. And he can munch minutes. For a guy his size, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
First exposure to him, he was playing for the Kelowna Rockets. So this would have been back in the mid-2000s, like 2005, 6, right in there, probably right around there. His coming out party was 2009 World Junior. 2009 World Junior in Ottawa. He was really good. He was on the shutdown tandem. He was phenomenal. Not people forget he won the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
The next year he's Rookie of the Year in the NHL. People forget that. He's a really good player and a great person. He's a really, really good person. Yeah.
Good guy for a team in the playoffs, maybe a young team.
I can't say anything bad about Tyler. And everywhere he's been, he's always been a really good teammate. He's never caused problems. He's always been a very good player. And you get a person like that, that's significant experience a lot, and in big markets, big hockey markets. So he's good. He was one of those under the radar ones where I was like, I wonder who's going to get him.
Yeah.
Well, I still don't know. I mean, everybody says Detroit, but why not Ottawa? They need a right defenseman. What about, and size too would help Ottawa. What about Montreal? I'm not saying, but they need a right defenseman.
Yep. Bruins have been looking for a right defenseman.
I was going to say Boston could be I don't know what the market's going to be for him. That's the only thing.
And but I believe, let me pull it up. I'm pretty sure he's got full.
He does. No, he does. He's got to approve
He's
it.
going to have to clear it.
No, that's the insiders, to their credit, actually reported that correctly.
Yep.
So,
and our good friend Rick Dollywell actually was texting back and forth with him last night, was saying, don't forget, Murph, that he resides in Kelowna in the off season. He's got a place there still.
Like I said, the first time I ever saw him, I had no idea Rick reported that, but the first time I ever saw him is Kelowna. And look, there are a lot of guys that live there, in Kelowna. It's hard not to want to go back there.
It looks beautiful. I've never been.
And just a little shout out, if you're into the wine thing and nice dining, go to Cedar Creek Vineyard in Kelowna. I'm just telling you, it's a marvel. It's a beautiful place in Canada, and that vineyard in particular is really good. And like I said, I saw Tyler when he was playing for Kelowna Rockets, and man, you just knew he was going to be. Jamie Benn was, like all these players. People forget, like Jamie Benn was there with him. He was right before Luke Shen. He was just before Luke Shen, or just after Luke Shen. He was just after Shea Weber. Like, you start looking, Josh Georges. Look at all the guys that have come through Kelowna.
Yeah.
Over the last 25 years, it's like a murderer's row of defensemen.
Yep. Good stuff. And I remember him in that 2010 series against the Bruins in the first round. Went 6 games, I believe. The Bruins won it, but he was great in that series. And that was his first full year. I remember that. So good stuff. Pierre, the Oilers and the Maple Leafs did not have the start out of the gate from the Olympics that they wanted. Could both of those teams miss the playoffs? Can you imagine?
Well, I know Toronto, if they don't win tonight in Florida, we talked about this. If they don't win tonight, I think it's probably curtains. They can say they want to buy, but they're not going on that kind of a streak.
No.
They needed to win both these games, and we talked about it yesterday, to set themselves up for Saturday with the big game with Ottawa. If they don't win tonight, I think it's probably over for them.
It's double digits. I mean, they're
that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. So if they don't win, in terms of Edmonton, I know Koff is there, and you're not going to find a bigger Koff supporter than me, Paul Coffey. But he can't change the forwards back checking.
No.
He can't change guys how to pick up men away from the puck. Well, if you don't believe me, go watch Edmonton and Anaheim from last night. If you don't believe me, just go watch it. And if you don't want to invest in watching the game, go watch NHL Network or whatever you want to watch and watch the highlights.
Yeah, it's just
they're all ripping Tristan Jarry. That's convenient.
Yeah,
because he did the short side goals. It's all part of his thing. He's got to get rid of those. But you go watch. Like, I'm not going to play. I don't want to rip on players. There's enough ripping going on around hockey right now. I don't want to rip on anybody.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, Pierre. By the way, just for our listeners and viewers, especially the ones in the Q&A, we are I've been trying to think of a good name for this whole thing we've been in lately.
Polite?
Yeah, no. Yes, we are polite, but we are going to be, let's call it Hate Gate. How's that sound? We are a Hate Gate free show. We will not talk about any of the controversies anymore that are going on in the aftermath of the Olympics. I'm tired of it. I can't take it anymore. It's like every time you log on to social, it's just nonstop. Both sides, just insults and, people dumping all over everyone for no reason. It's like, let's just like.
Most of those people never played hockey. Most of those people never been involved in hockey either. No. It's unbelievable.
No. It's unbelievable. And I saw somebody there too. And look, I get it. I get Oilers fans. I know they're frustrated, but overall, and I'm just going to come right out and say it. I don't like the way our friend Marc Spector was treated on social for asking what I thought was a valid question to Connor McDavid. He's there to ask real questions, not to cozy up to him, not to coddle them, not to make him feel better. As fans were telling me, oh, he's supposed to cheer him up. He's not supposed to ask hard questions like that. And this is a reporter, actually, someone who claimed to be a reporter, who openly said, yes, I report from home. Never been in a locker room. And he's sitting there bashing another reporter that has, hey, you can disagree with the question, but don't sit there and say that it's Spector's job or any media's job to make the player feel happy. It's not. It's just it. We're just doing our job here. That's all. I mean, that's all we can do. And if he was disrespectful, I'd say it, but I do not think that was a disrespectful question.
Move along.
All right. Moving along, I want to ask you, let's get back to the trade deadline, because that's what everyone's talking about right now, Pierre. We are just over a week from tomorrow. And by the way, we are confirmed. We will be a week from today. We will be live from Lake Placid Brewery in advance of the women's ECACs at 4:00 at our regular time, 4 to 5. And then the next day on trade deadline day, noon to 2 p.m. Eastern, live again from the Lake Placid Brewery before we go over for the first two games of the women's ECACs over there. Looking really forward to that. I talked to Chris, one of the managers of Lake Placid Brewery. He's very excited to have us. He said to say hello to you. So I'm looking forward to that, Pierre.
Thank you. That's a good job by you, and I really can't wait to get to Lake Placid, especially for the brewery. They've treated us phenomenally well. It's a top end place, and I like going there.
So speaking of that trade deadline, Pierre, as we've seen in the last few years, a lot of the deals have tended to get done the weekend before. And I feel like that might happen again. I'm hoping that it's not just all, duds. Like we get few deals here. Well, actually, we got the Marchand deal at the end there under the gun last year. But do you get the feeling we're going to see some action this weekend?
I think so. I think the teams have to. You're talking about, okay, so Florida plays Toronto tonight. Somebody's going to win. Somebody's going to lose. And if it's a straight up win with no OT, the losers, whomever loses, is in trouble.
Yeah.
They're both double digits out.
Yeah.
It's just, that's how it works. So it's hard. Tampa looks good. I don't think Tampa's going anywhere. Montreal, I think, is going to be real good. I think, potentially Ottawa. Boston surprised a lot of people. They deserve some credit. Marco Sturm and his staff, they deserve a lot of credit. Washington's been starting to perk up here. Big win over the Flyers.
I had them
last night.
Yeah.
Pierre-Luc Dubois is back. They're starting to go.
There's two teams, Pierre, that we're not hearing a lot. I mean, you just referenced two of them. So three teams actually that I have. The Lightning, the Capitals, and the Ducks are teams I'm expecting to surprise some people with the moves they might make.
Watch Leo Carlsson last night. Leo Carlsson was ripping it up, man. Nobody even talks about Anaheim. Quenneville got his 1,000th win.
Yep.
Yeah, way to go. It's kind of like when Tavares got that, monumental point in Toronto and was hardly ever acknowledged. We shamed them.
Yes.
We shamed them.
Anaheim did a great job, though, Pierre. I liked what they did for him.
No, Anaheim, I'm just saying. Yeah. But who around the league knows? It's the smallest little thing ever. Only one person has more wins than him. Scotty Bowman.
I know. It's amazing.
Come on. That's a major accomplishment.
Yeah. It's interesting, too. You think about how many eras or generations of players that he's kind of transcended, Pierre, and the way he's had to, and I'm talking about Quenneville here. Obviously, Scotty did it, but just the way he's had to adapt so much, right? Because we've seen the younger generation come in here and he's still able to do it. He's doing a great job with a young team in Anaheim. So he's done a good job of not only, sticking around, but also just adapting and learning from the players.
Well, if you don't, then you have no shot at doing it. It's the number one lesson I learned from Scotty when I started working for him. You got to adapt every year, not just every 10 years. You got to adapt every year. There's a reason why he lasted 50 years, 50. And like a real 50, no disrespect to other guys that have quote unquote coached for 5 decades. This guy coached like mucho. He's got 14 Stanley Cup rings, 14.
It's amazing.
14.
It's amazing. I was texting with Scotty today, actually, looking forward to getting him on the show again. Pierre, but yeah, you look at the Ducks, if you're looking at their lineup, what is something from what you've seen of them this year that if you're Pat Verbeek, you'd like to get on the market?
Veteran presence on the back end.
Okay.
Whether it's a left or right doesn't really matter to me. I need one more guy in the back end, a little bit more of a calming influence. But up front, they're good. Like this Cutter Gauthier is going to another level. Seneca keeps getting better all the time. Carlson coming back is huge. Troy Terry, is a really important player for you. Got like so many guys that can rip it up there offensively. You don't need to worry about that. Can you imagine like Killorn and Kreider are depth players for those guys? Come on, I'm just telling you. They've done I like what Pat's done there. I like what the team's playing like.
Mm-hmm.
They need, I think they need another D man.
Veteran guy, huh? Do
Yeah.
the Rangers have a veteran guy? Because they keep hooking up in trades with the Ducks. Imagine if they make another one.
I'm not, and this is not against Mike Sullivan or his staff. And congratulations to Mike and David Quinn and Chris Drury. They were part of the gold medal winning team.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Sullivan was really important with Quinn. I'm not sure I really want to touch anybody from the Rangers. And I'll tell you why, Jimmy. Like, those guys none of those guys got better.
No.
So I'll give you an example. I'm watching Dylan Guenther last night, okay, for Utah.
Yep.
How many people around the league even know how to spell his name? So I'm watching Dylan Guenther last night, and he is big time. Like, he is a gunner. He is a big time scorer. Will Cooley should probably be like that. And everybody's all excited, hot and bothered about Will Cooley. Will Cooley is not better than Dylan Guenther. Tell you that right now.
Not at this point.
Right now, he's not.
Yeah.
He's just not. So guys get better around the league. I don't know how much guys with the Rangers get better. Just telling you the truth.
It's good you brought that up, too, because another name we keep hearing that might get dealt because he's not signed yet. We'll see what happens on Utah is Schmaltz. And as you're saying that, I'm thinking the reason he's not signed it and he might not wind up there is because of what they have coming. And the guys that are developing below him in that line. Like, they've got some great young talent coming.
Well,
They're already on the roster.
Cooley's for real. Like, he looked good last night, too. Just coming back. He looked real good. He looked fast. He looked comfortable. Clayton Keller, obviously, is an established player. He's a captain of their team. They've got some firepower there. They still got work to do on their defense. As much as everybody trumpets how great Vejmelk is, I like to see. He wasn't great last night. Last night. I know it's a first game. I get, but he's coming back.
No, I'm with you, Pierre. I feel like he's more of a 1B if he was in a 1A, 1B situation.
I just want to I want to be fair to him too, because Olympics, no playing time.
Yep.
Back up to dust out. Like, just one of those deals. It's just the way it worked. It didn't work out for him there.
So we'll see what happens there. And then going back to what we were saying about the Lightning, we've been saying they're just waiting there to strike.
Hey, can I just say this?
Yeah.
Jake will laugh. If you didn't watch the game, go watch it. Gensel's got a wide open net. There's probably 3.5 minutes left in the game. Obviously, Toronto pulls their goalie. They're down 3-0. Gensel can put the thing on ice. He hits the post. It doesn't go in. All I could think of was Patrick Stefan in Dallas. Edmonton. It was actually in Edmonton in Old Northlands before they moved to the new building. And then they come to, and Tampa comes right down and scores.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, poor Jake. I felt really bad for him because he did everything right. I'm not talking politics. He recognized that these games are important for Tampa. Yep. He said, boys, I hate to do this to you, but I got to go.
I got to get back.
I got 3 games in 4 days.
Yeah.
We got guys hurt. I got to get back. I got to help the team.
Yep.
And he did it. But then the poor guy hits the one. I'm like, oh, and then I'm watching his reaction on the bench and going, oh, that stinks. But you know what he has there that no other team has? Is Kucherov.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So what do they need here? Like, what does Tampa need?
Another D. They need a D.
Yeah. All right.
They need a D. But
they're pretty.
This Kucherov is something else.
You think this is security finally gets
he better be in the
I mean, come on. I'm starting to agree with the people that say he gets screwed over all the time. He doesn't get enough respect.
He is, and that is all Al Murray all the time, who at the time was a chief amateur scout.
Yep.
They can say all these other guys say what they want. I know because I was talking to Al a lot back in those days. That was all Al all the time. I'm just telling you.
I mean, for those that don't know out there too, Pierre, you can tell them because you know him well. He's one of the best scouts, I'd say, in my career covering the game, and I've worked.
He's really good. There are a lot of really good guys. The problem is sometimes they get in with staffs where they get overruled, or they get general managers who high hat them, which should never happen, but they do. So they're actually more good scouts than you think. The problem is it's when the neophytes get involved, and then when the neophytes get involved, you know, you're going to look like you have a bad scouting track record, but you don't. It's just, you know, people overrule you that really don't have the knowledge or the wisdom you have. It's the hardest part about scouting. And if you don't, I can tell you right now, the best scouts have really strong opinions and they don't get swayed by politics. They don't. But the problem is then you're perceived as like a know-it-all. But no, it's really not that you're a know-it-all. It just means you have an opinion.
Well, credit to him because he's done an amazing job. And
Al's been great. He's a really good hockey man. Really good hockey man.
Before we get over to our sponsors and in our Q&A, Pierre, too, I want to tell everybody we did a great interview earlier this morning, recorded for tomorrow. The on-campus interview will feature new Brown coach Tom Upton, who is
Tommy did a good job. Tommy did a good job.
Coach UMass Amherst Minutemen, but he will be going over to Brown next year. Yeah, he was great. I really enjoyed that interview. It was fun. I like his story, how he persevered and how he's gotten to where he is now. And I urge everybody to check that out as well. And like we said, we will be up in Lake Placid next week. And then mid-March, we're at Hurley's. That is all confirmed. We'll be at 1221 Crescent Street at Hurley's Irish Pub, live from 4 to 6 p.m., right before the Bruins Canadians that night. So really looking forward to that. I already have people who have been reaching out to me that are going to come by and say hi, Pierre. So it looks like we're going to have a pretty good crowd for that. I'm looking forward.
I'm going to have a few O'Hara's.
There you go. You're going to have to try those out. I don't know if they have a gluten-free one, so I can't promise I will, but I will definitely.
A few O'Hara's, don't worry.
I'll be having some cider for sure.
That'd be good.
So there you go. We're psyched about that. You know where the pictures from in that flyer, Pierre?
It looked like we were in Ireland somewhere.
We were in Ireland. We were at McConnell's Distillery.
Oh, really? Is that where? That's the background at McConnell's? That was good.
Isn't that great? What a fun time that
was. That was good. That was good. I've never had a bad trip to Ireland.
No, you know, somebody, our good friend, I don't know if you recognize the name, Pierre, he's in the Q&A sometimes, Marvin Matthews.
Yeah, for sure.
So Marvin actually reached out to me and said, hey, Jimmy, do you know if your friend Sarah at Car Group Travel could help me out, even if I live in Calgary, to go to Ireland this summer? We want to do it for our 30th anniversary, him and his wife, and they're working on it now with Sarah. So there you go.
So anybody that wants to go to Ireland, I can tell you right now,
go through her.
There's your lady to go to at Care Travel. You'll be very impressed and happy. I've been there more than Jimmy, and I can tell you, and my trips are fast. They're in, they're out, and boom. Yep. And I go through Sarah all the time. I've never had zero, not a problem, nothing. Yeah. And sometimes they're complicated.
I know.
I'm going here, and they're like ding, 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 ding. So it's good. I hate that when you get like fouled up in travel and you're mad and you're just like, oh, should I yell at the travel person or not? And then you say, anybody can make that mistake. So you don't, but you're sitting at the airport going, damn it. You know what I mean? Like you're mad.
And unfortunately, I'd say in this day and age, there's always going to be some hiccup. It is what it is. You just got to accept it.
No, Sarah, you won't have it with Sarah. I can tell you right now.
Grateful you can travel. You know what, too, I love, and we'll move on, but just with Sarah quickly, I've witnessed it, is when we're sitting like in the lobby there and
we're at a hotel in Belfast?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. So, and you know, you got some of the team members or their parents and they're waiting and they're like, wait, so they're going to have a bus pick us up or they're going to do this for us and they have this. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, of course. And they're all amazed at how well
I can't believe how many people she moves and how efficiently she moves them. Because going from Belfast to Dublin Airport, it's different than going from Belfast to Dublin proper.
Yep.
It is different. Like everything is different. All those hotels, bing, bang, boom. Jimmy, and we've stayed in a bunch of different ones.
Yep.
But the ones that she's got us in now, they're good.
Yeah, I love it, and I can't wait. Now I'm looking to go over there, Pierre. Like I want to go back to.
I'm playing in a golf tournament there at the end of August.
You are?
I am.
Wow. And of course, the one we stay at, just to give them a shout out, is the AC Marriott.
That's in Belfast. That's our
good one. All right. Anyhow, let's get to our other sponsors right now. And you can see the two new logos down there, O'Hara's and Hurley's Irish Pub. Excuse me. They will be there until St. Patrick's Day. Vago Italian is where you want to go, though, for an Italian meal, and then maybe top it off over at Hurley's.
Next Wednesday, I'll be there.
All right, my friend. Vago combines old world classics and new Italian dishes for over 23 years. Private dining rooms for any occasion. They are open Monday to Saturday evenings and lunch from Tuesday to Friday. They are located at 1336 Green Avenue in Westmount. For reservations, call 514-846-1414. Again, that's 514-846-1414. And of course, our other wonderful sponsor, Betway, where you can still go all the way with Betway. And if you're not a member yet, I don't know why you wouldn't be, but if you're not, go to the QR code right there in front of you, or go to the website, click on the members section, fill out your details there, and you get that amazing welcome offer of up to $300 back on your first deposit, even if you lose your first bet. You must be 18 plus, always bet responsibly. Terms and conditions apply. And one of those terms is it is still not available in Ontario. All right, let's get to my picks. Did not do well on my first night back from the Olympics.
Should we take a day off, Jimmy?
Nope, got to do it. I promise I have to make a pick here. That's
Jimmy, I'm watching those games going, I feel bad for my little leprechaun. I'm worried about him.
So, Pierre, I didn't bet. I only bet one game, and then I have 2 goal scorers. I'll get to that in a second. But just for the fans out there, and even for me, do you think when you're looking at games and you get a team like, let's say Tampa, right? They played last night. They're in Carolina. Tonight's Carolina's first game back. Do you think
Tampa's got the advantage?
That's what I was wondering. Okay, so there you go.
Toronto going into Florida. That's why this is such a big game. Florida hadn't played yet. It's a huge game for Florida, but it's really Toronto's going to give them an A game tonight. You watch; they'll give them an A game. And if all those guys aren't up to speed in Florida, because they have had injuries and other stuff, they won't win.
Yep. So there you go. That's a great segue there. That's who I took, Pierre. Toronto in the first period. I don't know if they go on and they blow it as the game goes on. Who knows? But I think, Florida comes out a little flat because they haven't played yet. Toronto played last night, as Pierre pointed out. First period money line at minus 130. And then I've got 2 goal scorers here. Charlie Coyle is going back with the Columbus Blue Jackets. His first time back in Boston playing the Bruins since he was traded. Give me him at any time goal. All he has to do is get 1 goal. It's plus 320 value, and you will win if you get him. And then my other goal scorer tonight on the Pittsburgh Penguins, and this is what I like to call the baby bump.
The Devils were there tonight, though. The Devils are there who played last night and lost to Buffalo.
Congratulations to Igor Chinakhov. He gets his brand new baby born yesterday. He's going to score one for the newborn tonight at plus 340. There you go. All right, on to the Q&A. What do we got?
Chinakhov.
Simo. This one's from Elijah. He says, Pierre, do you think you take the pronunciation?
Mikheyev. Ilya Mikheyev. Yes. I do think he will get traded.
And thank you, boys, for the great content. It's a highlight of our day. Elijah went to bed last night singing the Sick Podcast theme.
Hey, I'm just going to tell you this right now, Elijah. I'm a big fan. I watched him score a beautiful goal the other day. Just telling you. Stripped the guy. He looked like a mini Pat LaFontaine. I'm telling you. It was a little bit of Patrick Kane in there too. It's good. I was impressed. Right. Thank you for sending that along. I enjoyed watching it. It was good.
Awesome, Elijah. Keep it up, my friend. All right, next question. Marco Boisclair. Boisclair. Pierre, there have been rumors about the possibility of Patrick Laine being traded from Montreal to the Kings. If a deal like that were to happen, do you think Montreal will be looking for a roster player in return or someone like Cody Ceci to help address their bottom pair? And would it be more likely structured as a cap-driven move involving picture futures?
Just moving the body, move the contract, and give LA a little help because of the loss of, obviously, Kevin Fiala. But I think they're going to do more than that in LA. That's a big loss for them last night to Vegas. Vegas had 5 regulars out of lineup. And look at the 3 guys up front. No Eichel, no Stone, no Marner. Then in the back end, no Theodore, and obviously what's that?
No Hannafin either.
No, yeah, I was just going to say no Noah Hannafin. You only knew that because he went to St. Sebastian's. But, yeah, no, that's right. So 5 regulars out of the lineup.
Unreal. All right, next question.
And the Kings lost, they lost that game. Yeah. They didn't just, they lost the game.
I know. They got to do something. All right, next question. What do we got? Randy Workman, Cadre has asked for a trade. Does this hurt his trade value?
No, not at all.
No, accelerate it. Let's go. All right, next question. Ethan Russell, what's up, Ethan? Seeing that Crosby will be out roughly 4 weeks. If you're Don Waddell and you see this, is your chance to make a few moves to try and jump them in the standings.
I'm going to give this to Jimmy because Jimmy's got a very good relationship with Mr. Waddell. Go ahead, Jimmy.
I do think they're going to make a move. I really do. And I think obviously a lot depends on these first couple games back, but I know he's actively trying, but I think he executes those moves as long as they win. I'd say 2 out of the first 4 back here.
I would agree with Jimmy.
All right. Next question. D Fudge. What's Vancouver going to want for Myers at that cap hit? Would he be a fit with the Habs?
I've been saying that that's not the issue, though. It's whether he approves or would want to go to Montreal. He's got full say of where he's going. So the fact that they've held him out, I think they're trying to put pressure on him, and they want to do it right. They don't want to become a destination where guys start to wonder about, who's running the ship and how they're treating players. So I think they'll do it right, and they'll do it the way, probably Myers wants. But he's getting moved. I think he's a perfect fit for Montreal. I just don't know if they'll do that.
All right, next question. JJ Oilers, if you could reconstruct Donald Nurse's contract at today's prices, cap going up and compared to other defensemen, what would his AAV be?
Oh, boy. I'm not blaming the player because the player got what the team wanted to pay him, and so I'm not blaming the player. I'm not doing that.
Thank you.
But I said it a long time ago. I said it was probably the worst contract in the league. I said it many moons ago, and I'm not deviating from that.
Yeah.
But I will never blame the player for getting paid. If you want to pay the player, you've made the decision.
We would put him at, if you had a do-over, you think they'd put him at like 5.5 or something like that, Pierre?
Not going to say it because you got the money. Not doing it.
All right, next question. David Robinson, will the Bruins move Andrew Peeke?
Not if they don't get anybody. They need players in the back.
That's what I don't understand about all the rumors around Peeke, Pierre. I get he's a UFA, but also why would he they want right shot defensemen, so why are they gonna trade one unless they're getting one?
Well, that's what I mean, unless they're getting somebody else.
Yeah. So we'll see on that. But yeah, his name keeps coming up. It's weird. All right. Next question. What do we got? Dealey 75 times 3. Pierre, I feel the Canes' biggest need is at a 2C or top 6 forward or goaltending. There's a lot of needs. I feel the Canes are too soft for the playoffs. Do you agree? And could you bring much needed grit to the Canes?
Dealey, we're on the same page. I think they need another center. I think they need a little bit more sandpaper, and I do think they could use a little bit more on the back end. You look at what's happened there over time. Brent Burns is in Colorado. Pesce is in New Jersey. Dougie Hamilton's in New Jersey. This is over time. Shea Theodore is in Nashville. Scotty Morrow, one of your best prospects, is up with the New York Rangers. You look at all the defection from their defense.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys just don't fall off trees.
Yeah.
So they decided to do it a different way. We've talked about it. I'm not going to beat up the point. If you're new to the show, they've built their team through analytics.
Yeah. That's how they've chosen to do it. We'll see if it didn't work last year. So as Jimmy knows, we said we'll give him one more year. Yeah.
And you hear everybody on all these national shows now, they're like, you can't trust Carolina. Well, I'm not going to say that because I trust their coach. I think their coaching staff is phenomenal. I think it's one of the best in the National Hockey League.
Yeah.
They get no love at all, those guys. Like Timmy Gleason and Jeff Daniels get no love. They're so good. Watch the players there. They all get better.
Yeah.
And how's Brindamore not on the national staff? How's he not on anybody's staff?
Politics.
That's just crazy. He played in the Olympics. He played in '98. How's he not in the Olympics on a staff?
Yeah. I don't know. All right. Next question. Owen Tremblay is a Habs fan who watched the Lightning last night. Can we agree they are a better team all around than Colorado as of now? They put on a passing clinic against the Leafs.
They did. That fair point. I will not disagree with that at all. But I would also say if you watch Colorado last night, you see the potential for their team. Parker Kelly is a depth player. Jack Drury is a depth player. You see the way their defense. Manson's going to be a tough guy to play against in the playoffs. Burns looks like he's having so much fun out there. So they're going to be tough. And you know what? They made the trade for Kulak. They moved, obviously they bring Kulak in and they moved Sammy Girard to Pittsburgh. Kulak's he's tough. Like, he looked good there. He looked good in an Avalanche uniform.
Yeah.
Just telling you.
I like
He played almost 20 minutes last
What do
night.
you think about the playoff experience in the last 5 years that he's bringing to you, Pierre?
Well, a lot. Three
know?
trips to the final.
Yeah.
2 in Edmonton and 1 in Montreal. And they have Minnesota tonight. So we're going to find out a lot about Colorado tonight. We're going to find out a little bit about Minnesota tonight, but that game's in Colorado. They have Minnesota tonight.
All right, next question. Mickey Thompson, what's up, Mickey? What type of package would it take to get both Thomas and Falk out of St. Louis before the trade deadline? Ooh, both. And would you consider making this move at this stage of the rebuild in Montreal?
That would be a match. Falk's a little older, so that part, Thomas, I wouldn't be so worried about. That would be a massive package to get those two. You're talking about multiple picks, all below the 3rd round. You're talking about Michael Hayes going to be in that for sure. That's a big. That would be a tough deal.
I think here, my feel just is that Thomas is going to be one that maybe right now you grease the skids maybe for a future year, and it happens more at the draft or in the off season. But I definitely see Falk getting moved.
So here's the biggest question I have for Canadians fans and for you, Jimmy, because I know how close you are to watching. You watch the team all the time.
Yeah.
You really want to trade Michael Hayes?
No. If that's
I don't either, Jimmy. Jimmy, I don't either. But I didn't propose the trade. The person. So you want both those players? What do you think the first name they're going to throw at you?
Yeah.
It's going to be, we need Michael Hayes because we're losing Robert Thomas.
Yeah. That's the thing people don't understand. You got to give to get.
If you want to make that deal, that's fine. But I'm just letting you know in advance. Like, that's what you're going to have to – that's going to be part of that package.
Yep. What about Kyrou? You see him getting moved here?
I do.
Me too. I think that happens now, like at the deadline.
That's going to happen sooner rather than later.
There we go. All right, next question. Daniel Duran. Pierre, PC was such a young team, had such a great season here in Providence. Mm-hmm. That's a good point, Daniel. Do you think they will be able to hold on to Sawyer and McQueen?
No, I think Sawyer can stay, but I think McQueen will be gone. Yeah. I think McQueen's got 10 goals now. That's a lot for a freshman. He's more of a face-off shutdown guy. McQueen's good. Anaheim will take him out there, I would say, at the end of this year. Probably put him in San Diego, see if he can do it, and then give him an opportunity to play. But I'd be surprised if McQueen went back after this year. I really would be. Now, just one caveat to that, and we've heard it from coaches, we've heard it from scouts, we've had people say it right on the air. All of college hockey's not as good as what it was a year ago. It just was not. Last year, there were massive defections to pro hockey, massive. So that's why hockey's not as good at the college level this year as it was a year ago. That doesn't mean that guys can't play. It's just their numbers are a little more gaudy than they would have been last year just because the level of play is not as high this year. So if you're just scouting based on numbers, you might make a mistake.
Yeah.
You might make a mistake.
All right, next question. What do we got? Chris, question for Pierre and Jimmy. Would Jordan Eberle, at age 35, a UFA, $5 million veteran, fit on the Habs top line if they could get him on the cheap? Great shows. Thanks, Chris.
You know what, Chris? Thank you. We love hearing from you too, by the way. Jordan's a winner. Jordan's a gamer. Captain of their team too. So I don't know if Seattle's going to be in a rush to move him. If they are, he'd be somebody that you'd be interested in. I don't know if he's a first-line player anymore. And I mean that with no disrespect, because a lot of magical moments with him, World Junior in particular. So I'm a big fan of the person and the player. I can't say, 100% he's going to be able to fit with Suzuki and he's going to be able to fit with Caulfield. I'm not comfortable saying that.
I'm with you, Pierre. I think he'd be a great addition. I just don't know. He'd probably fall deeper in the lineup, but his experience, his gamer attitude would help. And on Seattle, I'm also with you, Pierre. Everything I've been told is they're buying as of now. That could change.
Well, they better start buying fast because last night they played like they were buying.
Yeah.
They were bad last night in Dallas.
Buying too many popcorns. All right, next question. Chris Nosek, after Hellebuck won gold, his path to the NHL was discussed a lot. UMass Lowell has another goaltender whose game I love and flies under the radar. What are your thoughts on Austin Elliott and his ceiling?
Good job. See, I like that. That's a guy that's paying attention. That's good.
Oh, Chris knows his goalies. Trust me.
Chris, I got to tell you, I think he's got I think he's got a chance, that kid. He's going to have to take a tough route, too. It's not going to be easy for him. So for Hellebuck, I can tell you, the first time I ever saw him, he was at a training session in Bedford, Mass with UMass Lowell. I was like, wow, this guy's really big. He looks pretty good. And, then you go watch them play during the year, and you're like, this guy's really good. But if you look at how Hellebuck got there, I mean, there weren't a lot of people beating down his door, to Chris's point. So I think the other kid's got potential. I just want to see him more. Lowell has not had a very good year this year. I think everybody knows that.
All right, next question. Pearl of Wisdom, do you think there's any way Vancouver finds a place for Pettersson?
I do.
I do too.
Just Perlo, I hope we're talking about the Pettersson. They've got 3 of them.
Yes.
I hope we're talking about the one that's the center iceman. If that's the case, then yeah, I do.
The one that's been rumored to be traded for 2 years. Yeah. All right, next question. Gerbs, could Branson be a good target or trade packaged with Coyle for the Habs, both UFAs?
So I like Eric Goodbranson a lot because he's big, he's mean, he's physical. He's an Ottawa kid, so he's not going to be intimidated coming back to Montreal or coming to Montreal. Charlie, I think would be. We talked about it the other day. We both like Charlie. Just with Goody, I don't know about his decision making with this staff. That's the only concern I have. I just know, like they want their guys to be smart and poised, and sometimes Eric can get a little bit squirrely. Mm-hmm. He's just a physical guy, and sometimes he likes to do that a lot. So I don't know.
All right. Next question. PD Cafargo. Interesting rumors circulate about Binnington involved in a trade with Montreal. What are your thoughts on that one? You were asked about that with Mitch last night.
I was asked about that. I would trade for him 100%. I think the starting price, I've said this before, is for a player that's a starting goalie with Stanley Cup pedigree, he's got to be a first-round pick. Mm-hmm. And I think everybody would agree with that.
Yeah.
Who's
your odd man out? Is it Dobish or Montembeault?
This is the one thing that's interesting. Well, there's a lot that's interesting. Can Sam get it back? Can he get it back? Can he get it? If he does, then Dolbish is the odd man out, because I'm telling you, I'm setting up for when Jacob Fowler's ready, and I think he'll be ready next year.
Well, that's the other thing I was going to ask you. If Fowler's coming next year, why get Binnington and be tied into that contract? Just because
you need to have a guy there
and the pedigree. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't. He'll know, because he's a smart enough guy and he's a gamer. He'll know, like, okay, this kid needs room. He's the heir apparent. He'll know. He'll understand all that stuff.
Okay. All right. Next question. Tony.
One other thing.
Yes.
I don't think that trade's happening.
I don't either.
I just want to make sure that we're like, oh yeah, Jimmy and Pierre are saying, no, we're not saying that.
We were asked about it. We just gave an answer.
We were hypothetical. Yes. Okay. I just want to make sure we're clear.
All right. Next question. Tony in Montreal. Do the Habs have the best bottom 6 depth in the entire league? Maybe I'm biased, but their 5th line would be some team's 3rd line.
So I've said this from the start of the year. I won't talk about the forwards, but I'll talk about the D. You'd be hard pressed when they're all healthy, that they're as good as almost any team in the league in terms of overall depth on defense. And going forward, they're very deep on defense. In terms of their forwards, they're good. Colorado's really good. Like, you gotta look at some of the teams out west. I think Anaheim's starting to get there too. Dallas is definitely there. So they're in that discussion, but are they the best? No, I wouldn't say they're the best.
All right. Next question. 5th interaction. You think Frondell and Kontserev are enough to solve the Blackhawks' top 6 problem?
They will be. I do believe that. By the way, that's a very good question too. I do think they will. Frondell in particular, I think will be. Yeah.
All right. Next question. Ogswag 106. Hey fellas, did the Flyers move Travis Konechny? Are their teams interested in him?
Yeah, I think there'll be teams interested in Travis, but I don't know if they're going to move him or not. the fact he didn't make hockey, the Team Canada thing, I think that hurt him a lot mentally. You know what I mean? I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
They had a tough situation there.
Yeah. They're an interesting team that really nobody's talking about as a deadline approaches here. The only name I hear is Ristolainen.
But why? So, okay, I'm just going to ask this. I don't know because I don't talk to Danny Briere and I don't talk to Keith Jones. I do talk to, people around their group though. Like, my only question is, what are they? Like, what's their goal? Like, what's their goal this year? What are they trying to accomplish as a staff? Because right now they said one thing, and they've been saying it since they got there. So we're into year 3 now. It's not like it's just starting. We're into year 3 now. Like
they're starting to resemble the team they're playing tonight, Pierre.
But Jimmy, it's just
there's no direction right now.
I know. I'm just wondering, like, at one point, when do you say, okay, this is exactly what we want to do?
Yeah.
Because you said one thing, and that didn't happen. And now, you're probably looking at another year without playoffs. And I've said this a million times. And look, I don't have a lot of friends in Philly, but I can tell you right now, they're an important franchise.
Yes, they are.
The Philadelphia Flyers are a very important franchise for a lot of things, for tickets and for TV. They're a very important franchise, Jimmy.
All right. Next question. What do we got? Ethan Russell again. Do you think another reason the Tuck extension is taking so long is because of who else they need to sign for the next year? Krebs, Benson, Kesselring, and also $6.4 million of the buyout money for Skinner.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. We had Yarmo on the other day, Ethan. It's a fair question, though. It's a good question. Yarmo seemed like I think they were in a pretty comfortable position where they were negotiating. I believe they'll get it done. I do. I think they'll get it done, Ethan.
All right, next question. David Robinson, can the Bruins, without making a trade, get into the playoffs and even win a round?
They can get into the playoffs. I don't know if they can win a round, but they can get in the playoffs.
They can get into the playoffs.
They can get in the playoffs. Swayman's got to come back and play, too. Like, he's part of this.
Yeah, Corpusal getting a start, by the way, tonight.
I know. That's why I'm saying what I said.
Wasn't
like Jeremy was overworked.
Exactly. Hey, did they fix the color of the boards at TD Garden yet? Huh?
No, the seats.
The seats. See, all right, next question.
Oh, man.
LBMB23. Hey, Pierre, I really liked Logan Stanley smacking Brady Tkachuk last month. What would it take for Montreal to trade for him? And would
you could do him, Logan, for sure.
Oh,
he plays in the left side, though. I just don't know. But he's big, man. What's he coming in at, 6'8", Jimmy?
Yeah, right now, 6'7".
What's his weight?
230.
He's legit. I've been in an elevator with him. He's at least 230. But I mean, he's a strong kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's one that would, I think he fits. He's a depth, but he's not in your top 4.
Yeah.
But he's a guy that I think it costs you a draft pick. I don't think it's going to cost you as much as you think.
And you never know. It could end up being a steal.
But I don't know why they would be in a rush to move him because he's starting to really make progress.
No, but they have been for a while, Pierre.
I know. I get it. And you and I are both like, Mark Chipman's a friend of this show.
Yep.
We like Mark a lot. Mark's really good.
Mark's awesome.
He's a really good owner.
I feel bad that he has to deal with this right now. They did not think they would be there. So it's brutal. I want that city to have a winner. All right.
How about Jimmy? They won the President's freaking trophy.
I know. Just one of those years. What are you going to do? You bounce back. If I'm them, Pierre, and you may completely disagree with me, I do not overreact here at the deadline or at the draft and blow it up completely. I say you chalk it up. There's a bad year, and you move. You gotta fix some things, but I don't know if I'm blowing it all up.
I wouldn't blow it up. No, but I think there's some guys that
maybe need a change of scenery.
Yeah, but they're not. It's not Kyle Connor.
Nope.
And I can tell you right now, it's not Mark Scheifele.
Nope.
And I know it's not Josh Morrissey. Canada, oh boy, everybody's talking about all these other things. Canada missed Josh.
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
That's the biggest miss they had.
They missed him a lot.
They missed him a lot. All right, next question. Tom, 1234. What will Vegas do at the deadline?
I think Vegas is going to do something. Jimmy and I talked about it off air. I think Vegas is going to do something.
Yeah.
If I were going to bet, I'd say probably trying to add another centerman.
Mm-hmm.
So you move Wild Bill Carlson down, and then you create a little seam there.
Mm-hmm.
And you got Eichel, and then you got the seam, and then you got Wild Bill Carlson, and then you can move Tomas Hertl to the wing, and then you can go to work.
Oh, yeah. By the way, Ethan suggesting maybe Perfetti could be a guy on the Jets that could.
Yeah, so there's good for him, but there's a reason why I don't mention his name because
but just
I'm not comfortable talking about that right now.
All right, next question. Chris Nosek, do you think teams will start asking players in their pre-draft interviews if they would celebrate an Olympic medal or go back to an NHL club, or do they already ask this?
I think it'll probably be a question now, though. I think that's a good. Yeah. I'm really sensitive to this whole thing because it's taken on a life of its own, and that's not how Olympics are supposed to be, and that's not what winning's supposed to be about, and everything.
I like Chris's question because it's not about the politics.
Yeah, but I like Chris's question. Yes, I
like
Chris's question a lot. So the answer is I think teams will think about it.
Yeah,
I do. I think players and their agents will be more cognizant of it.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a good thing to come out of all this is that everybody will live and learn from it. But why we're doing the character assassination thing on everybody, either side you're on, can we stop that?
Yes.
Just stop it.
All right. Next question. What do we got? Fifth interaction. How important do you think it is for young players to have playoff experience as quickly as possible? For example, it might have played a big role for Demidov's rookie year.
I think it's important.
Great.
I think everybody thinks playoff experience, but that's why we talked last year. Hey, Laval's got to go on a run, and they went pretty far. They eventually lost to the finalists, Charlotte. They lost to Charlotte, but Charlotte went out and lost to Abbotsford. Mm-hmm. So that good experience for all those guys, including Jacob Fowler, who was part of that last year when he turned pro. So no, both American League and NHL playoff experience matters a lot. The more playoffs you play, the better it is.
All right, next question. What do we got? Smoke and Pierre, what about Laugh to be on the top line with Suzuki and Cole Caulfield?
So that's a good question. Mm-hmm. I personally think he'd be a guy that would be better off out in New York. And I don't think the market in Montreal would devour him like it's done some other Francophone players. But he needs a little bit of the love that Marty St. Louis can give to guys like Cole Caulfield. He got Cole Caulfield going. I think Marty's the biggest thing in that. If Marty says, yeah, I think I can get something out of him, then I think you do it. If Marty says, you know what, I don't know if I can help him, then you don't do it. I'd be surprised if the Rangers did a deal with Montreal just because of everything that's gone on, and I don't have any inside info, but that was a bad divorce when Jeff Gorton left New York. I can just tell you it was a bad divorce.
All right, next question. Marc Boisclair. Have you been watching much of Reinbacher, Pierre? If so, what's his timeline? What should I expect of him as a player?
Solid. You know what? An NHL coach asked me that question today. Yeah, I think he's going to be a very good, serviceable top four defenseman playing on the right side. I don't think points are going to be a premium for him. I think he's going to be a stabilizing, safe, smart defenseman that helps you win. That's what I think he'll be.
All right, next question. Randy, what is the price for Uyghur?
Not as much as what maybe is out there, but it's got to be probably a second or a third. I'm going to say a second and maybe something else. But we're not talking first round pick for that player. No.
All right. Next question. Ethan Russell, if you could pick one team to be the GM of for the trade deadline and you have a legitimate chance to win the cup, who are you choosing? I'm going with Minnesota, says Ethan.
I am as well. Ooh. And I can say that, and it's not because my son's part of their organization as a player. No, but I'm just telling you, this year they have a chance to do some damage. They got a chance to do damage. They were well coached. They're hard on it. I like their team. Colorado's another one. I'm not going to lie to you.
Colorado.
I wouldn't mind being the GM of Colorado.
we're just talking strictly for this playoff.
Yeah, we're talking for this question. It's not like we're looking for somebody's job.
No. All right, next question. Tom 1234. Can Vegas maybe trade Schmid since they have Hill and Hart, but will Hart play anytime soon? I don't know.
But here's what let me ask you this one. I want to throw this one at them. What happens if Stuart Skinner becomes available out of Pittsburgh and you're Vegas and you know that they like goalies? They acquire goalies like people acquire purses.
I'm just seeing it now, Pierre. Can you imagine if that happens and then he beats the Oilers?
That's why I'm asking a question. I'm not trying to be poisonous.
Sorry, but that's
because it would seem like there could be a fit there.
Wow. That would be something.
I'm just asking the question.
At
I know
first
one thing. They're not – I was there when they did it. When they went out and they made a big deal and they brought in a goalie to replace Marc-Andre Fleury. I was there.
Mm-hmm.
That was really uncomfortable.
Yeah. Interesting, though. That's something because we don't know what Pittsburgh's going to do now with the Crosby injury. So,
well, that and they've got Murashov.
Those guys coming.
They've got Bloomquist.
Yep.
They've got Sheloffs. They got goalies.
Mm-hmm. Interesting idea there. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Well,
That's I like that question, actually. That's a good one. Who asked that one, Jimmy?
I forget already because I just got lost in
Tommy, very good.
Tommy.
Very good, Tommy.
I just got lost thinking in the madness in Edmonton if that happened. All right, let's go. That's it. That's all our questions we got for today. Again, big thanks to Tom. Speaking of Tommy Upton for pre-recording with us today. You'll see it tomorrow here at the regular time at 4:00. Yeah. New head coach Brown on campus.
Don't hang up yet. I want to say thank you to O'Hara's. Thank you to everybody at Hurley's Irish Pub.
Mm-hmm.
Vago, I can't wait to be there next. Hold on. I got to look at my schedule. I already wrote it down.
You just said Wednesday.
Yeah, the 4th. I wanted to give the number.
There you
go. I got a date on Wednesday at Vago.
All right.
My mama.
You tell her I
mom for dinner.
And we will go there when I come up for St. Patrick's Day.
I know you will. What's good?
We'll make it happen. Thanks to Shane working the boards. Thanks to everyone out there for your questions and for listening and watching. And as this is our last live show of the week, thanks to all our guests we had.
Thank you.
And reminder again, a week from today, we'll be live from the Lake Placid Brewery, 4 to 5 p.m. to kick off the ECAC Women's Weekend up there. And again, the next day, the trade deadline, noon to 2 p.m. Eastern, to talk about all the trades as they go down. This has been another edition of the Eye Test. Have a great night. Enjoy the hockey and be safe.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Eye Test with Pierre McGuire and Jimmy Murphy on YouTube, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.